All right, let's talk about something huge. We're diving into the world of manufacturing, an industry that's ancient, right? But it's undergoing this incredible transformation. And we're not just talking about shiny new robots. We're talking about completely rethinking how we measure human work. It's time to ditch the old clipboard and stopwatch for some serious AI.
I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. Can you believe it? We've got these incredible, high-tech factories, stuff that looks like it's straight out of science fiction. But the way we're actually measuring how well people are working, it's literally with tools that are 50 years old. That's a massive gap, a huge disconnect between the tech we have and the methods we use. And you know, this isn't just some small, quirky problem. No, this is the bottleneck of our time. It's what's holding everything back on a global scale. Think about it. If the way you measure improvement is stuck in the past, how can you ever really push into the future? It affects absolutely everything, your cost, your speed, your quality.
Okay, so if the problem is that our methods are ancient, then the solution has to be something completely new, right? A total game changer. And that's exactly where this company, IA-AGUS, and their platform, Manufactura IA Pro, come into the picture. They're basically proposing we tear up the old playbook.
So, what's the magic behind all this? It's something they call the Neural Strategy Core. Now, this is not just a fancier spreadsheet, okay? This is a full-on AI brain, powered by some seriously advanced models like Gemini 2.0 Flash. And here's the key. It learns by watching. It analyzes video footage of your production line in real time. It sees the tiny inefficiencies, the little hesitations, the stuff a human eye would totally miss. It's taking the whole idea of a manual time study with the clipboard and the stopwatch and making it instant, precise, and, well, intelligent.
And the team behind this incredible tech is IA-AGUS. These are the folks who are really pioneering this new standard, bringing AI right onto the factory floor and completely changing the rules of industrial engineering.
You know, this quote just nails it perfectly. It's like having a specialized manufacturing consultant right in your pocket. That's exactly what it is. All of that incredibly complex analysis, all those insights, they're right there on demand. You don't have to wait weeks for some report anymore. You just ask and you get an expert answer instantly.
So that all sounds great in theory, but how does this AI consultant actually work? What does it do on the ground, on the factory floor? Let's get into the nitty-gritty and look at the actual toolkit it gives to engineers and managers.
Okay, the workflow here is just wow. First, you can literally chat with the AI engineer. You can ask it straight up, hey, where's my biggest bottleneck? And it tells you. Then it helps with something called line balancing. That's a fancy term for figuring out how to redistribute the work so that everything flows smoothly, no more traffic jams. And finally, it gives you tactical costing. This is a super detailed financial breakdown of your entire operation, down to the second, so you know exactly where every single cent is going. No more guesswork. And here's what's really smart about this. This is not some one-size-fits-all tool that you just plug in. Nope. The AI is a specialist. It completely adopts its core strategy, its whole way of thinking, depending on the specific industry it's looking at.
Just take a look at this. You can see how versatile this platform is. In the automotive world, it's all about process optimization. But jump over to aerospace, and the focus immediately shifts to quality and control, where there's zero room for error. For pharmaceuticals, it's all about quality and compliance. It's a sharpshooter, a precision tool that's been fine-tuned for 8 of the biggest global industries.
But you know, this platform is about more than just fixing a single production line. It zooms out. It gives you this high-level, strategic view that can literally shape the decisions being made in the boardroom on a global scale. 11. So, what on earth does the number 11 have to do with manufacturing? It's not the number of parts per hour or anything like that. No. This number represents something much bigger. It's about a whole new layer of global strategic intelligence. It stands for the 11-country benchmarking feature. And folks, this is an absolute game changer from a strategic point of view. You can now compare how productive your factory is, not just with the guy down the street, but with major manufacturing hubs in places like Vietnam, India, or Turkey. It's like having a strategic map that shows you exactly where your strengths and weaknesses are on a global stage. It helps you make those massive, data-driven decisions, like where you should build your next factory. In this right here, this shows you the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, so the AI has done its analysis, it's found the solution. What's next? Well, the system actually works with generative AI, tools like Midjourney and Runway, to create visual blueprints of what the optimized workstation will look like.
So you go from just guessing about placement and ergonomics to seeing a crystal clear, detailed design of the future. You see exactly where the tools go, what the lighting should be, all before you spend a single dollar moving a single machine.
So when you put all of this together, you've got the AI core, the hands-on tactical tools, the global intelligence. It becomes really clear that this is so much more than just a new piece of software. We're looking at a new benchmark, a new elite standard for the entire industry.
I think this next quote just sums up the whole mission perfectly. It's about bringing the information age to the industrial age. For so long, the industrial world has been amazing at making physical stuff, but it's kind of lagged behind when it comes to using data smartly. This technology, it finally closes that gap. It brings all the power of the information age right to the factory floor.
And what that really means is that a platform like Manufactura IA Pro is setting the bar at a whole new level. This is the new elite standard. It's a tool that's not designed for just making tiny tweaks, but for leading the charge in what people are calling the fourth industrial revolution.
And that really just leaves us with one final, big question to think about. In a world where AI can analyze, optimize, and even show you the future of your production line, are the old ways, the stopwatches and clipboards, really going to be enough to keep up? Is your manufacturing process leading the way, or is it getting left behind?